What is up, geeks and comic book freaks? Bam, down at Wizards Alley. I hope my hair looks okay today. I don't have my ball cap on, so we're doing some stuff here. But here's my picks for this week. It's an interesting week. There's some good stuff on the shelf. DC, Marvel, Indies, some Faximile Editions that I really like. And I'm going to talk to you about a few things and get out of here and hope to see you down here. So the first one, the big one this week, relaunch of Uncanny XMen, Uncanny XMen #1. This is the team with Gambit, Wolverine, Colossus. It's a relaunch of the book, so I'm going to pick it up because I've always been an X-Men junkie. Gail Simone's on the project. She can be hit or miss on the writing. We'll see what happens. I'll see if I enjoy it so far. So I hope it goes somewhere nice, and I hope I can continue to track my beloved X-Men with a writer that I feel like sometimes is 50-50. But the art's really good. It's got an Andy Kubert cover. I've got a lot of the variant covers down here. This Negative Space Jubilee is kind of cool. So if you want to pick up an alternative cover for X-Men, I've got a few on the shelf. Second one is Gotham City Sirens. An artist drew this cover that I like, Terry Dodson. The interior art is not by him. It's really cool. Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. There's a reveal of a villain that everybody thought was dead, back to life at the end of it. If you ever saw the Gerard Butler Gamer movie, there's some gamer vibes in this issue and the story that's going. But I enjoyed it. I did read it, sat down and read it this morning, and I liked it. I think you would too. So Gotham City Sirens #1. The next one is an anthology book, and I am a sucker for anthology sci-fi, anthology horror, anything anthology. I used to love the old heavy metal magazines, and EC's brought back a lot of the old stuff, like the Cruel Universe. And this one has mad, like, science fiction anthology stories in it, and I loved it. It's great. I think you will too if that's kind of your thing. The next one is a youth pick. I want to pick something for younger people to read, and it's based on the Garfield movie. It's a Garfield book. It's a Garfield story. So if you think that's something that will interest you or a young one who you want to get into comics, there's a Garfield #1. I got a couple different covers for it. It's nice. It's colorful. The art's funny. And it's pretty typical Garfield stuff. So if you're looking for something for a young reader, that might be a good pick. I also had My Adventures with Superman, which is based on the cartoon that's currently on WB right now. And that could be another good young reader pick if you're looking for something else. The last two things I had, they're not really picks, but I want to explain to you something about comics and what's called a Faximile Edition. A lot of people ask you, like, what's a Faximile Edition? And some comics that are vintage are just hard to get a hold of anymore, or the price is so far out of reach that normal buyers, normal comic collectors can't necessarily get a hold of them. So DC and Marvel have been re-releasing some old, like, Faximile editions, which are basically reprints of these old vintage books that you can pick up and get things like first appearances or stories that you missed. And we have a couple of those on the shelf this week that are pretty cool. With it's spoiler alert. If you have not seen Deadpool and Wolverine, just stop right now. You got all you need to have for the week. But if you have seen Deadpool and Wolverine, I'll give you a 3-second pause. 3, 2, 1. If you've seen Wolverine and Deadpool, you know that Gambit's in the movie. Channing Tatum does an awesome Gambit. His accent's on point. The costume's on point. The character's super dope. But they released a Faximile edition of the first appearance of Gambit in Uncanny X-Men. And you can pick it up. So if you don't have the first appearance of Gambit, nice Jim Lee cover on it. You can snag it, get it, and you'll be able to at least read the first appearance of Gambit. You might not have the actual issue, but hey, it's a pretty cool thing to do. The second one that was put out today is a Golden Age book, and it was Police Comics. And Police Comics, there's some characters in here that are like public domain now, but one of the big, this is the first appearance of Plastic Man. It's the Golden Age comic with all the ads and everything reprinted. I love this stuff. If you ever want to know what reading a Golden Age comic was like, that's a good way to get into it. Pick up Police Comics #1, and you get to see the origin of Plastic Man. So this week, pick up the stuff, have fun reading comics, get other people into reading comics. If you want to come down and talk comics, I'm always willing to talk comics. But we're at 114 North St. Francis, Wichita, Kansas, Suite 200. We're in the alley. See you at Wizards Alley. Thanks for watching this week.